Hello, everyone. Good day to you. I warmly welcome you back to this edition of our Positive Word. Thank you for joining me. Loving your neighbor is the subject of today's presentation. Well, the subject of love, as I've always said, will always be relevant as long as there's life on this earth, because we will always need love in our lives. Who is your neighbor? Who is my neighbor? The neighbor is anybody you interact with. As long as you are interacting with that person in one way or another, they are your neighbors. Mark chapter 12 verse 31 tells us to love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than this. When your neighbor is nice, pleasant, they have similar beliefs, they understand you, it is easy to love him or her. But when they are different, they're a bit mean, unpleasant, they do all the irritating things, they do not believe your values, they even hate you, that makes it so difficult to love them. It is in such situations that we are to love the most. Our neighbors do not have to be our best pals. We do not have to hang out with them all the time. We do not have to agree with everything they do. We just treat them with respect, understanding, acceptance, and love as much as we would want them to extend towards us. In loving our neighbors, we will be patient, kind, compassionate, loving, generous, dependable. We'll be supportive. We'll be motivating. There will be no jealousy. We'll not be rude. No selfishness. No quick-temperedness. We just love them because of the love of Christ in our hearts. Let's remember that our neighbor is anybody we interact with, not just the one who lives next door to us or across the road from us. That difficult colleague of yours who you do not agree with is to be loved as well. I have a few of them, very impossible human beings. They just are so unprofessional, would not even want to do the job that they've been employed to do. But by the grace of God, He's helping me daily to work with them. I wouldn't necessarily say I love them that much, but I just be civil towards them, speak to them, and still do my job, because I will not allow anybody to take me to hell because of their foolishness. One thing I know is that social divides and differences should not stand in the way of expressing our loves towards someone. They may be considered higher or lower than we are. We need to love them as well. Like Leviticus chapter 19 verse 18 says, "You shall love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord." That is God asking us to love our neighbors. It doesn't matter what social level they may be on. Your neighbor may not think, feel, react, respond, speak, walk, pray, behave like you do. They will be unique individuals that they have been created to be. We are simply to love them just like that. In loving our neighbors, we are becoming like our Lord Jesus Christ, who loved everybody that came to Him. We should love our neighbors. I know it's hard. Some people are impossible. But by the grace of God, we do this, not by our own might or because it is an easy thing to do. Galatians chapter 5 verse 14 says, "The entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command: love your neighbor as yourself." My dear friend, we're not loving because we are superhumans, because we are excellent, perfect people. We are loving because that is the commandment of our Lord Jesus Christ, and it is the godly thing to do. Let us love our neighbors. Let us just show love. There are so many people who are in need of love. Can we be those who would extend the love to them? I thank you for joining me today. Until I come your way again, it's goodbye for now, as you love your neighbor, irrespective of their status, position, education, or race. God bless you.